Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? So I went shopping on eBay. I have a very small retro yarn haul that I got, and I'm so excited about it. If you had seen my pretty long update, like 4 or 5 videos ago now at this point, I had showed you a small stack that I started of just like 5 round granny squares. They're not huge, you know, because I had like a scrap left over of one certain yarn. It was like one of the blue-white retro yarns that I have. And I had decided to go for as long as I could with it, which turned out to be 5 rows. And every other one I made after that was just going to be 5 rows. Well, that sparked my curiosity to take a peek on eBay and see like what I could find with a little bit, you know, I try to shop cheaply still on eBay, just because, you know, thrifty, cheap, whatever you want to call it. That's me. And I also mentioned I'm saving up some money because in a couple weeks Maverick has surgery on his little ear. So I can't spend that much money at the moment. So that being said, do you guys want to see what I got? I'm very, very excited. I'm going to start with the one I got today, which that one is just, it's cut open. But I mean, you can see it. You can see it. I meant to do like some research and see how old this yarn was, because sometimes it seems like there's like a copyright date or something up here that tells what year it was made or when the copyright was. None of which I see on here, but this is Quaker Yarns. It says Quality Yarns, Ombre, Orlan, Windtuck, New Tangle-Proof Pull Skein. And look at these beautiful browns. One of the browns is almost like orangey rust. It was described, I think, as just browns, but there's definitely like an orange tone to it, which I love. I love so much. You know, my aesthetic a lot of the times is like if this was on like your grandma's couch in the basement in the 80s, that's what I'm all about right there, right? It seems from the middle like it's been used, but I think that yarn just got wrapped back up right here, like somebody started to use it and then didn't, which is fine by me. Like I said, I want to look up and see how old this is, because I've never heard of Quaker yarns before. Like I have some different old yarns, but Quaker's not one of them. This is in the color, I forgot to tell you, tie-dye brown. Obviously, it's no longer available, but let me see if there's any kind of details on this. Article number 127, Reg TM DuPont 100% Orlan acrylic fibers. This is old enough that it's got the washing instructions written out. It says laundering instructions, 1, machine washing. Treat as delicate fabrics could use cold or warm water and mild household detergent. Set machine at 5-minute agitation cycle or delicate fabric setting, spin dry. 2, drying, machine dry, tumble dry, delicate fabric setting. Regular method. Trace outline of garment on heavy paper before washing and cut out. After washing garment, place on flat, smooth surface. Bunch garment to size and allow to dry thoroughly. Do not hang or stretch garment to dry. Dry at room temperature and away from sunlight. It does say it's 4-ply. On this side, because afterwards it says tie-dye brown, dye lot 1263 DC. And then it says Quaker Yarns, machine washable, machine dryable, non-allergenic, resists pilling, moth-proof, gauge and stockinette stitch is 5 stitches for 1 inch on number 8 needles or any size that gives above gauge. Net weight is 3.5 ounces, and then it says New York, New York on it. Whether that means it was made in New York or whether that means the company was in New York, I would guess it was the company. But anyway, brown tie-dye. Isn't that beautiful? I'm so excited. And it's it does have the old yarn feel. It's not super crunchy feeling, like old feeling, but it's definitely, it's rougher than like, I love this yarn. I would call it like Red Heart Super Saver. And I'm sure in its day, it was definitely like Red Heart Super Savers. In its day, it might have been like softer than our Red Heart Super Saver from back in the day. But yeah, I will definitely be able to work with it. I'm still very happy with it. And I'm proud to show it off to you. That being said, the next one that I got, the other ones I did open, but this one is still in the box at least. Make sure I'm not showing an address off or anything. I found this amusing. They wrapped it in bubble wrap. It's 3 skeins of yarn, but it's wrapped in bubble wrap. Look at the beautiful colors in this. It's got like basically like brights and neons and everything beautiful, and then it has this beautiful like rust coppery brownish color, which I would like to add. I happen to be randomly looking at Lion Brand's Bundle of Love, the like variegated-y looking version of Pound of Love, and they have this as a colorway, even complete with the brownish coppery rust color in it. It's obviously not the same yarn. This one's quite a bit older. This one has a price tag on it that says it's 99 cents, and I'm guessing it's the original tag from a store called, I think this says Falks, Falk''S. I'm not positive if that's what it says, because it's in some pretty fancy, I mean, I can read cursive and all, but it's in some pretty fancy cursive writing. I don't know, can you see that? So that is the store that I assume this was bought from. But look at the label. It even looks all like neon signy. Isn't that beautiful? I love it so much. It says Kowloon, machine wash, machine dry, machine wash using warm water and detergent. Always machine dry after machine washing and regular setting. 100% the tags on it. I think it just says 100% acrylic yarn, 3.5 ounces, 4-ply, knitting worsted type, moth-proof, non-pilling, non-allergenic. Buy a sufficient supply of each color in the same lot number to complete each article. Use size 8, 9, or 10 knitting needle. Product of Fitchburg Yarn Company, Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Famous for quality since 1907. Made in the USA. Registered trademark. It looks like there's kind of like a misprint, like something had once covered up. It says, I'm sure that's the bottom of the word like COL for color, but I don't know if those are numbers or lot is 74064. But let me see. I'll see if the other ones have it also, or if they're misprinted, but I got 3 of these beautiful things, and I feel like these will make beautiful squares to go with my squares. Like that's the goal for all of my vintage yarn. I just got started on it, is the thing. They're all that kind of misprint, but this label looks better. I think it just says color 115P, because the 5 and the P show up very well. See how it looks like half of it was covered up at some point, or like it didn't stamp properly. But that isn't it beautiful? And it's another, like, I bet back in the day it was pretty soft. It's not horrible right now. Is this one a different dye lot? I'm just curious. It's different than that one. Yeah, this one is a different dye lot than these, and like on camera you can tell a lot more, I think, than in real life. But you can kind of tell in real life too. So like the pink is just off. Like the colors are just a little more faded in this one, but I don't care. They're all going in the blanket. I think they all look beautiful. And yeah, that is another set that I got. Now, the last thing that I got, I'm going to show you what I got, and then I'll show you like this particular yarn I kind of am collecting, let me just say. I'll show you like all of the stuff that I have afterwards in the collection, but I'll show you what I got in this purchase haul right now. Okay. I got, which one do I show you? They're all so pretty. They're a little worse for wear beat up wise, but like, you know how like when you go to the Hobby Lobby sales and stuff's just like, a couple of these look like that. Like it's got some ends just coming undone and stuff. Anyway, I got Red Heart Kooky yarn. And I know some of you guys had said you remembered this. I feel like somebody said they remember it from the 80s. I don't remember if that's true, but I'm choosing to believe that this is an 80s yarn. I love it. It's kind of got like a spin to it, like homespun yarn, but then it's got these big also spun chunks of rainbow color in it. And the base color, like this one is like a purple color, which is actually fuchsia, but I mean, it looks purple. It looks like almost like a wine grape purple to me, but fuchsia. Let me tell you about this yarn before I show you the other colors. It is new enough that it has the 5 rating on it instead of like, whereas the other ones just said a 4-ply yarn. This one has the actual rating on it. But it says, let me see, 90% acrylic and 10% polyester. I'm going to assume the polyester is these beautiful splotches of color going on. Net weight is 85 grams, which is 3 ounces. It's 99 meters, which is 108 yards. And bulky 5 is what it's classified as. They suggest a knitting needle size of 7 millimeters, which is a 10 US, and a crochet hook of, it says question mark 0.5 millimeters. But it's a K 10.5. That's an odd typo. Let me see if the camera will pick that up. See, for me, from this distance, it's pretty tiny, but can you see the crochet hook? I know it's supposed to be 7, but that is, you know what? Hold on a minute. Hold on. It's for the knitting needles, it says question mark millimeters too. Those are question marks, you guys. Question mark millimeter knitting needles, US 10, and question mark 0.5 millimeter crochet hook, K 10.5. See, I just don't know. Can you see them? It's like whoever was doing this was like, nah, I don't know the millimeters, just it's good enough. Machine wash cold, tumble dry low. Made in the USA. Red Heart Limited. LTD. Limited? Red Heart LTD. And then, yeah, Kooky yarn. And like I said, this is in the color fuchsia. Look at the eyeballs in the Kooky yarn. I love it. And here's a better look at it. How beautiful and breathtaking it is with the splotches of color like that. So I got this in one auction. That was one auction. And then another auction. See, they all have the same splotches of color in them, right? Another auction was these two together. The original price tag on this one is $2. It's in the color peony. See the $2? I don't know if it's the original price tag, but I assume. Splotches of color everywhere. It does get a little bit thicker and a little bit thinner, kind of like roving does, only the roving is wound, like I said, like with homespun with another thread. So you can see the thread better right there. But that one is peony. And with that, came this one, which is a color I had not had yet, I believe. We'll see in a second here. But this is just the color pink. With those beautiful splotches of color. And also had the $2 price tag on it. But those two came together. And the last like auction that I bought this go was this beautiful one. I'm not going to open the bag because I think I might have one loose in here and I'll get that out. But this is in the color aqua. And there's 4 of them. And look at the beautiful splashes of color and how well they show up against the aqua. Isn't that beautiful, you guys? So that is the actual haul that I got this time. And it included, what, 4, 5, 6, 7 kooky yarns. Now, the rest of my kooky yarns currently are living in this bag right here. And those were, when I opened them, I set them aside also. But I have these 2 bags, which I can probably fit some of those in. I'm just digging because I do have the aqua down here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more peonies in here. I have 1 more aqua, and here it is outside the bag. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. I love it. And then this bag also has 1, 2, 3 more fuchsias in it. So 3 fuchsias, 4 peonies, and an aqua are what's in this bag. Let me get it back in here. See, at least there's not as much rattling as the ice yarns. I know I did have one comment. They said they hated the ice yarn bags, and I'm sorry. But I kept these. This is the way most of these came when I did my like collectioning of them last time. And however many, I think this was the smaller bag, and another auction fit in it too. So I just kept them together. But that is, see the 3 fuchsias down here, the aqua, and then 4 of the peonies. There's the other one. 4 of them. So that makes 5 peonies, 4 fuchsia, and 5 aqua so far. And then I have 2 more peonies in here. Actually, right there. And then they have a black one, which let's see if it's just called black. But I loved this one. The color is covered up on that one. Black is the name. Look at how pretty that pop of color looks against the black. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm definitely having the intention of doing a blanket with these. I just want a very large, very for me blanket, hopefully from the 80s. But I'm, in my mind, this yarn is 80s yarn. So that means, what did I say? 4, 5, 7 peonies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black, 7 aqua, 4 fuchsia, and a pink. That's what I have so far. My nose is itchy. I have a fiber on it. And most of them are kept safe at the moment in these beautiful bags. I know that I don't have all the colors of this for sure, because I know for a fact that white exists. I want to say that besides the fuchsia purple, that there's also one called purple. I don't remember for a fact though. I know for a fact the white exists because I want it really, really bad. Like, I'm not much for white yarn, but that pop of color against it is beautiful looking. So those are the kooky yarns that I got. I'm always like looking on eBay for kooky yarn. I'm obsessed with it. Like the name, the colors, the fiber, the fact that I think it's from the 80s. We're going to go with that. Maybe even the 70s. I mean, that'd be cool. But I have kind of a bad feeling it's more like a 90s yarn, but I'm going to go with 80s just because I want to. But yeah, those will be a blanket of their own. These are going to be incorporated into squares because I feel like granny squares are quite a vintage thing to make out of very vintage yarn. And for all the ones that I just have a few of, that's what I'm doing, is making just a multitude of different squares. So they're going to be so pretty. I'm so excited. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed looking at my retro yarns. What is your favorite one? Was it just one of the regular 4-ply yarns? Was it kooky yarn? If so, which color? Have you ever used any kooky yarn? And yeah, all right. I'm going to let you guys go. So thank you for hanging out with me for a while. And I will talk to you soon. I love you guys so much. Bye, guys.